If you're looking for quality towables, then you're in the right place today, because I'm going to go through my top 10 list of older fifth wheels and travel trailers that you can select from that are known for their quality and craftsmanship. Hi everybody, it's Deb from Deb's RV Services and welcome to today's video, and I'm excited to get into this. We're going to go through some towables, and I wanted to find, what I did was I gathered a list of some of my favorite. Some of them were research that I haven't actually inspected before, but many of these I've actually inspected. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. In the number one spot is the Bigfoot Towable. I'm telling you, I love Bigfoot. You know that from the motorhome section. You can get these in travel trailers or fifth wheels, and the key years are from around 2000 to 2012. They're made in Canada. Their construction is two-piece fiberglass with an excellent insulation for all four-season camping. Their weight rating is anywhere between 4,500 and 8,000 pounds, so you want to make sure that you have the appropriate vehicle to tow them with. They can come with 1 to 2 slide outs. So the Bigfoot Towable is one of my favorite top picks if you are going to find something that was used. In the number 2 spot is the Oliver. Have you seen these? They are awesome. So they're really known for their double-hulled fiberglass. They're made in Tennessee. They have absolutely beautiful premium construction, aerodynamic designs. They're unmatched for their fit and finish. They don't have any slide outs, and you want to look for something from around 2007 on. I wish that I could inspect one of these. I would absolutely love it. And I hope to be able to go to their location in Tennessee and do a tour one day. If you find one of these used, then you're in for a treat of a very well-made, well-designed travel trailer. The weight rating is somewhere around 5,000 pounds, so they're not the lightest and they're not super heavy. I mean, you can tow. You don't want, one of the things that I want to mention here about towing is that if you're not familiar with how to tow and the weight rating and how that works, you want to do your research, because if something, make sure that you have the appropriate vehicle that can tow whatever you decide to get. So if it's 5,000 pounds, you want to get a tow vehicle that can tow a lot more than 5,000 pounds. You know what I'm saying? So do the research. In the number 3 spot is the Airstream, and you would have to know that the Airstream would be in here because they are a classic, and you know that they're made very well. Older models were called the Airstream Safari, and they were made from around 1998 to 2010, and then they came up with like Flying Cloud, and there's all these different other models that you can get with Airstream. But if you're getting a used one, you're looking for the Safari if you want that classic. They are made in Ohio, and they're made from riveted aluminum shell. They have a classic Airstream design. Their weight is around 4,800 to 6,000 pounds, and they have no slide outs. So some people, they really do have a cult following. There's many groups out there that you can belong to, and you can do all types of events with Airstream. I really, at first I kind of didn't like the Airstream because I thought they were too like spaceship looking, but I do inspections on these older Airstreams, and I actually like the classic look. I like an older Airstream. I think that some of them, the way people reconstruct them on the inside or redesign them on the inside, I just think they're gorgeous. And I would definitely think about getting an Airstream if I had to get a towable. It would be, you know, for me it would be a hard toss-up between Airstream, Bigfoot, and Oliver. It would depend on if I was going to travel or not. I would look at all of those though, but there's more on my list that I'm going to tell you about that I would also look at. So, but Airstream is definitely a cult following. So you really want to make sure that it doesn't have older signs of rot. So you want to get them inspected because they are prone to leaks around the windows and different areas where there's any gaps. So I've inspected a lot of Airstreams. I've had some that are in excellent shape where they were taken care of, and some not so excellent where they're completely rotted out, and I would not, it would cost you so much money to have these rebuilt, you know. So you want to know what you're getting and how much money you want to put into it if you were to just get an older one that needed a lot of work. So you really want to be sure, so make sure you get your inspection. In the number 4 spot is the Arctic Fox, and you can get these in fifth wheels, travel trailers, and even truck campers. I inspected a newer Arctic Fox not too long ago. But as far as older, I had a truck camper that was in great shape that I inspected for a client, and that was in South Dakota, and he's still driving it around. They are made super well. They're from Oregon, and their years are from about 2000 to 2012. That you can get the travel trailers or fifth wheels. I can't remember the year of the truck camper that I inspected right now, but they have wood frame with aluminum siding and fiberglass. They have excellent insulation. Their weight rating for their fifth wheels and travel trailers are somewhere between 6,000 and 11,000 pounds, and they have about 1 to 3 slide outs. They are a true 4-season travel trailer or fifth wheel, so if you find one of these, you can go into any of the climates. In the number 5 spot is the Nua Hitcher. Now they are a fifth wheel, and they come from a small company in Kansas. Now it's no longer around, and they were open until about 2013, and then they closed. I have never inspected one of these, but I have a close friend that personally knows that these are well made. I wanted to double check during my research that they were truly well made fifth wheels, and they are. If you want something that is a little bit bigger, more roomy, and heavier for full-time living, and you find one of these, you're in luck. They do have a heavier weight rating, so you're looking at somewhere between 10,000 and 14,000 pounds, so you definitely need a truck that can tow that. They have a high R value, so they are well insulated. They come with about 2 to 4 slide outs, so you're definitely going to have all the room in there. So if you find one of these, then you're in luck. I would love to inspect one, by the way. So if you do find one and you have pictures that you want to send me, please email them to me. I'd love to see it. The other unique thing about Nua is that they built their own frames, so they don't come from Lippert. So that is unique, and they were very sturdy in their construction. So if you find one of these, you're in for a solid RV. In the number 6 spot is the Escape travel trailer. Now, you also have other egg-like, and I didn't include all of them. I picked the Escape. It seems to be out of the, out of the Casita and the Scamp, I picked the Escape. They're made in Canada, and they're really well made, and you can get a little bit of a lighter version at around 2,800 pounds up to 5,000 pounds. You do not have slide outs with these, and they're molded fiberglass, and they're highly customizable. These trailers are lighter weight, so if you have an SUV, you can tow one of these. I would not tow the bigger model with an SUV. I definitely have a truck, but a lighter model you could do if you had a lighter weight. So if you find one of these, you want to look at something that's from around 2002. You can get them all the way up into the present time. Really well made. They have a big following, and if you find one that has been taken care of, then you're good to go for something that's smaller, no slides, you can take anywhere. And I don't know about full timing, but I wouldn't be afraid of it because I can live small. But it just depends on what you want and what you're looking for. But if you're looking for something that's long lasting that you can travel with, these are great. In the number 7 spot is the DRV Mobile Suites. Now, I have inspected many of these, and I've had some that I had one that was absolute junk. I think I even made a video about it. And that's not normally the case. People will look for these DRVs because they're so well made. But again, I want to emphasize the importance of an inspection because you can have a prior owner that does not take care of them, and so it just destroys the RV. So if you find a DRV Mobile Suites that has been well taken care of, you want to look for something that's from around 2003 all the way up to the present time. They have more of a residential style, heavy duty frame. They're good for full time. They're well insulated. Their weight is about 14,000 to 18,000 pounds. So again, this is going to be something that you are going to need to tow with a heavy duty truck. And they can have 3 to 5 slide outs. So if you're looking for something luxury that's used, I would look at the DRV because they are nice. I have looked at some really well made DRVs and they are gorgeous inside. So that's something to definitely look at if you're looking for a little bit more luxury. In the number 8 spot is the Lance travel trailer. Now they are known for being quality. You can get those in travel trailers and you can also get them in truck campers. And I have inspected a truck camper before. I have looked at plenty of Lance trailers and I know that they are quality. If you're looking for used, you want to look around 2005 to 2015. They are made in California. They have aluminum frame, laminated fiberglass, and Asdel composite panels. So the weight rating is around 3,700 to 5,000 pounds, and many models have 1 to 2 slide outs. The Lance trailers are going to be really great for somebody that wants something a little more lightweight. You can tow a smaller one with an SUV, or you can tow a little bit bigger with more of a truck, but they're great for the weekenders, for camping trips, traveling across the country, and even for full-timers. In the number 9 position is the Heartland Big Country fifth wheel. Now these are more of a bigger fifth wheel for those of you that want a lot more space. They are made from Elkhart, Indiana. And you want to focus on the years of around 2007 to 2013. They have a welded aluminum frame and a fiberglass exterior. They weigh somewhere between 12,000 and 15,000 pounds, so you definitely want more of a heavy-duty truck. These fifth wheels have dependable structures and they're really sturdy, so they're made for those people that want to have a lot more space, a lot more room. They do have about 3 to 4 slide outs too, so you're definitely going to get plenty of room in them. But they are really well made and they're something to look out for. And in the number 10 spot is the Northwood Nash. Now these are great travel trailers. They are made in Oregon. If you're getting a used one, you want to focus on somewhere between 2005 and 2015 models. They are made with a wood frame and aluminum siding or fiberglass. They are off-road capable, and so they're great for getting out there in a little bit more rugged terrain. The weight's going to be around 4,500 to 7,000 pounds. They could have no slide outs to 2 slide outs. It depends on the model. So these travel trailers are kind of like a cousin to the Arctic Fox. So they're great for getting out there into the wilderness. They're great for more rugged conditions. And so if you're looking for something like that that's more comfortable and long lasting, look for a Nash. Hey everyone, I'm interrupting this video because I'm editing it and I have a friend that happens to be selling her 2022 Nash, so I wanted to include it in here if you are interested. It's very well made and I know that she took very good care of it. And she also wanted me to let you know that it does have the complete boondocking package, so it has all the batteries to be off grid. If you are interested in looking at this or purchasing this, I'm going to link the information below. She is in Oregon and that's where she's selling it. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I had fun trying to come up with this list for you. I had created this, recreated it, and recreated it again, because that's what I do. I was looking at some of the vintage models I was going to go more like vintage Spartan and looking at some of those types, but then I thought no, because those are more for people that want for show, that maybe you want to go to shows. That's a whole other video, like vintage. These are more functional, and I wanted to pick things that were well made, that you can still get today, and that you can find that won't cost you as much money because they're not brand new, but also that they're quality and built to last. So let me know your favorite out of the 10 that I picked. And also, if I did not give one of the options that you consider a top favorite, let me know in the comments below. If you want to do your own DIY inspection, I do offer a workbook, and it is down in the link below. The workbook is awesome for those that are trying to learn how to do their own inspection. So all you have to do is click on the link below. If you also want to join my newsletter for free, you can click on the link below and you will get a free checklist for an inspection that you want to do, and you can then use that along with the workbook. Thank you for being here, and I hope you guys all have a great rest of your week.